Hi guys, I'm starting early tonight, a few minutes early. I'm actually at a function with my baby, so I'm gonna do this thing and get on off of here. So basically, I'm gonna start with the good news. I know y'all seen it on my page earlier, but for those who missed it, basically, Miss Budget Boss Academy is officially a nonprofit organization, which is a subsidiary of I Can't Coaching. Yay! I'm so excited about that. And I also announced that I will be starting in my hood. Throw them thumbs up, North Memphis. Your girl is coming to support her own. All right, so to start it off, for those who don't know me, I'm Toy Addington, the CEO of I Can't Coaching. I specialize in business startup, personal and professional growth. Follow us on Instagram, y'all, ican'tcoaching.com, and or sign up for the newsletter. Drop them email addresses in my inbox, y'all, so that y'all can get tips and things of that nature, if it's business advice, relationship advice, etc. So tonight's topic is daddy's girls. So I thought about this because you have so many young ladies who have fathers that are absent, and more importantly, fathers that are present, who are the examples, if you will, of what a man should be like. Okay, the things that you teach your daughters or how you treat your daughters is the way that they're going to expect to be treated by a man. Some people may disagree with that, but let me break that down for you. And I'm going to start with my own story. So when I was young, my dad had money. So we didn't really want for anything in terms of, material things. But there were some things that were missing, like time. One thing money cannot do is buy time. I didn't really get to know my dad until I was 10, mind you, is when the first time I started to spend time with him. So even when I got to know him, he gave me a lot of money, but he didn't spend a lot of time with me. The second thing was he had expectations and demands of his daughters. You know, you carry yourself like a young lady and things of that nature. The way that he treated his wife, how I seen was he was the head of the household. He made sure the bills were taken care of and things of that nature. But what he did, where he failed, in my opinion, was he was frivolous. You know, so he had several different women and things of that nature. Now, in my eyes, for me to see a man, right, as a kid, I'm thinking that it's okay for that to happen, right? Because again, the households that we grow up in are the traditions that we create for our own household, if believe it or not. I give you a prime example. My sister Nikki, was married, and her ex-husband, was so funny to me how how when I was young or a little girl, and she would tell her husband, if you gonna come in here, do not get in my bed if it's late, because don't wake me up out of my sleep. I had that same rule. If you my husband, boyfriend, whatever, you gonna come in here at 3:00 in the morning, don't you get your ass in the bed with me and wake me up out of my sleep. And I mean that. You go on the couch or you go somewhere else so you don't disturb me. Or better yet, stay where you were. So this way I'm not disturbed, period. So let's flip that thing. Say you got another young lady and she has a dad that spent all the time in the world with her, but he didn't tell her she was beautiful. He didn't spend the proper amount of time with her. He didn't keep his word. He didn't do any of those things to make her feel wanted or needed or beautiful and things of that nature. And then she meet a guy when she get older, right? Old enough to date. So when we meet these guys, believe it or not, and I'm guilty of it too, we tend to search for that normancy. So my normancy was having a man who had money. My normancy was having a man that, took care of all the bills and was the head of the household. So when I look for a man, in my mind, what I've been taught was money, 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 because that's how you take care of a household. But the first time I got with a man, and I'm finna get a little personal, the first time I got with a man who showed me some attention and gave me the time that I missed out on as a kid and I was a teenage mom, I clinged to him. And I ended up getting pregnant by him. Worst mistake I made, but the best mistake I made. But the best thing I made, decision I made at the same time. So I'm saying that to say, y'all, men, with y'all daughters, whatever y'all don't give to them, they're going to seek in the man that gives them that. So if you don't give her money, what she's going to do is cling to the guy that gives her that money. She's going to cling to the guy who gives her the time you didn't give her. She's going to cling to the guy that showed her the attention you didn't show her. So it's very important that the void that your daughter has is a balance. Not money, not time, not compliments, none of that. It's a balance. Somebody that can meet her halfway. What you do and how you treat her mom becomes what's normal in her mind. And what becomes normal in her mind is going to affect her mood. And whatever affects her mood is going to directly affect the motivation behind what she wants out of life. So if you teach her that the struggle is how it's supposed to be, then she's going to be of the struggle, believe it or not, in one way or another. But if you teach her to work hard and you compliment her and you balance that thing with spending time for her and you balance it with, giving her money and teaching her the values that a good man, a good balanced man is supposed to have, then you don't have to worry about trying to kill the Negro she get with. Because y'all always screaming what y'all don't want y'all daughters to have, but y'all not setting the example for it to be their normacy so that they can know what not to do or who not to get attached to. That's why oftentimes y'all daughters are in, and I'm guilty of it, ended up in a relationship with a guy who was not good for me because he showed me that one major thing that I was lacking from my father. So if you teach her that it's okay for a man not to keep his word, for example, of something you said you was going to do for her, whenever she get into a relationship with somebody, if he doesn't keep his word to her, that's normal. And it's okay, and she'll brush it off. It's not okay for a father to not keep his word to his daughter. Especially if he's able. It's not okay for a father not to spend time with his set to know what to look for and what to dodge. Because if you don't do that, what's going to end up happening is she going to end up in a jacked up relationship just like her mama. And I said her. And I meant that. You set the example. I don't care if you the stepfather, the godfather, the biological father. If you are responsible for that young lady, you are also responsible for making sure that she is balanced mentally. So when she get out on her own and she starts to seek a mate, she seeks it with a balanced and wise decision, not making a decision on a mate based on a void that she has. That's the worst thing you can do, is have your daughter to go out there and seek a man who you didn't give her money, so she going after him, and then what if he turns her into a hustler? You see what I'm saying? So it's very, very important that it's careful. Be careful with how you treat your daughters. Be careful with how you treat their mothers. Be careful with the environment that you create for us. Be careful with that. Because it's precious. Childhood is something you cannot get back. Once you have instilled something in us, I'm talking about your daughters, that is what we will become. It is easier to do it right on the front end than to try to fix a habit on the back end. Because when you try to fix that habit on the back end, the damage has already been done, and it's going to cause a heck of a lot more work to fix it. A heck of a lot more work to fix it. So all I'm saying is, guys, be the example that you want her to date. Be that example. That is very, very important. Create the habits and environments that you think is best for your daughters to be in. Treat her like you want somebody to treat your mother. You don't want your mother mistreated. You don't want a man to be with your mom and he's not keeping his word. You don't want a man, y'all be ready to beat men up about y'all mothers. Be mindful about that with y'all daughters. If y'all want to stop the madness and all of these things with these girls turning out to be thoughts and twerking and seeking all this attention from on Facebook and all these other different places, Instagram, in public, wherever they doing it. It starts at home. Daddy, you got to set some expectations. You got to keep your word. If you don't keep your word, if your daughter tell you, Daddy, I want to go to Disney World, if you can't take her, you set a timeline and say, we can't go right now, baby, but we can go at this time and keep it. Because you don't want her to think it's okay for her to go into her relationship with that, okay? To think that that's okay. So lead by your actions and not by your words. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all girl out. I got to get back to my baby. She's over there swimming and stuff. Y'all remember my motto. I can't let anything control my mind, because it starts in the mind. What you tell her is going to be the way that she thinks, is what's going to be normal for her, etc. Which in turn is going to affect her mood. If you make her, what you tell her is how she's going to feel. Make her feel good. Make her feel balanced and things of that nature. And then it's going to dictate how she get her money. You don't want your daughter to be out here to be doing all that extra stuff, if you will, for money. You create those boundaries for her. Create that healthy mix of good and discipline and what a strong man is supposed to look like and be like and things of that nature. Do that for us, please. Let's stop some of the madness that's going on with our young ladies today. Follow us on Instagram at iCanCoaching.com. Sign up for the newsletter, guys, and things of that nature. I'll be back next Thursday at 7:30. It's starting to rain. They're doing a swimming thing with my baby, and I'm finna go get her. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. I'm out.